So there's this post that just went absolutely viral. We're talking 50 million views, and it's got everyone scared about the future of their jobs. Today, we're going to break down a roadmap for 2026. And look, this isn't about becoming some tech genius or a coder. It's about becoming an AI-powered problem solver. And we're going to show you how literally anyone, even with a zero-tech background, can get started this weekend. Let's get into it.
And this is the quote that has people so worried. The CEO of an AI company posted this, and man, it just perfectly captures that fear that what happened to tech workers is about to happen to every single one of us. It feels like all the skills we've built are just going to become obsolete overnight. But you know what? That's really only one side of the story.
You see, while one group is, understandably panicking, another group is looking at the exact same situation and they are getting excited. They see that as old jobs get automated, this powerful new role is starting to emerge. And as old skills become less important, this incredible new toolkit is becoming available to anyone who knows how to use it. This is the big shift, right? Moving from panic to just massive opportunity.
And that new role, we're calling it the AI Generalist. For decades, the advice was always specialize, specialize, specialize. But now, companies don't need 5 different people for marketing, design, coding, and research. They want one person who can use AI to solve problems across all of those areas. That person is the new MVP, the AI Generalist.
So what does this actually look like? Well, right now, most people using AI are what you might call cooks. They find a prompt on Twitter or somewhere, they copy it, they paste it in, and they get a result. And hey, it works. But it's kind of like following a single recipe. The second the problem changes, that recipe just doesn't work anymore.
A step above the cook, though, is the chef. Now, a chef doesn't just blindly follow a recipe. They actually understand the ingredients. So when the AI gives back a pretty terrible result, the chef doesn't just give up. They know how to adapt the prompt, they can tweak things, and they troubleshoot until they get exactly the output they need.
But the real goal, the place you want to be, is the head chef. A head chef doesn't cook every single dish themselves, right? They orchestrate the entire kitchen. They have specialists for each task. And in the world of AI, you're the head chef. You design the whole system, and your AI agents are your specialists, handling all the routine work while you focus on the big, complex problems that need real human judgment. That is the true AI generalist.
So, the big question is, how do you get there? How do you go from being a cook to an orchestrator? Well, that's exactly what this 5-level roadmap is all about. This is the path to becoming AI ready, whether you're working for a company, freelancing, or even starting your own thing.
All right, here's the entire journey at a glance. We start with level 1, the foundations. That's just learning how to talk to AI. Then level 2 is workflows, connecting AI to your actual life. Level 3 is the creator's playground, where we go beyond text into all sorts of media. Level 4 is the agent builder, creating systems that work for you 24/7. And finally, level 5, vibe coder, where you become a true builder no matter what your background is.
Okay, level 1, foundations. This is where most people get tripped up. They type in some vague question, they get a super generic result, and they just decide AI doesn't work. The key insight here is so simple. Vague input gives you vague output. It's garbage in, garbage out. To get specific, valuable results, you need a framework. And the best one out there is the PRD method: problem, role, and deliverable.
Just look at the difference on this slide. It is night and day. The before prompt is what almost everyone does. Help me write a resume. Vague, right? But look at the after. We define the problem. I need a product manager resume for fintech. We assign a role. You are a hiring manager at a specific company, Razorpay, and we demand a specific deliverable. Give me 5 concrete changes with before and after examples. This is how you go from generic fluff to real actionable results.
Now, once you've mastered talking to AI, level 2 is all about connecting it to your actual life. This is where AI stops being a simple chatbot and becomes a true assistant. And the magic ingredient here is context. You've got to give the AI access to your files, your history, your info. This is done with 2 key technologies. The first one is called RAG, which is kind of like giving the AI a library card to access all your documents. The second one, often called an MCP, is like a universal adapter that lets the AI talk to all your different apps. Put them together, and the AI finally has the context it needs to be genuinely helpful. And believe me, this isn't just theory. Look at this real-world example. IBM used that RAG technology we just mentioned to connect an AI to all of its internal HR documents. The result? A 75% reduction in HR support tickets. That's across their entire global company. That is the mind-blowing power of an AI that actually knows your data.
Level 3 is where you basically become a one-person creative agency. We're moving way beyond just text now. And the key skill here isn't just about making one pretty picture, it's what we call tool chaining, building a whole production pipeline. So for example, you could use one AI for a marketing strategy, then feed that into an image generator for the visuals, pop those visuals into a video tool, and then top it all off with an AI voiceover. A process that used to take a whole team of people can now happen in just minutes.
All right, level 4 is where we take a giant leap into the future. We're talking about AI agents. Now, an agent is not a chatbot. A chatbot just sits there and waits for you to tell it what to do. An agent proactively goes out and does things for you, even while you're sleeping. And this is moving so fast. Gartner predicts that 40% of all enterprise apps will have agents built in by the end of this year alone. But there's a really crucial lesson here, and the story of Klarna illustrates it perfectly. So the company replaced 700 support staff with an AI agent. But then customer complaints just soared. So what did they do? They hired humans back. But, and this is the key part, not to do the old job. They hired them back to manage and oversee the AI agents. This tells you everything you need to know. As AI takes over the tasks, the most valuable role becomes the human who can manage, check, and improve these AI systems. And finally, we get to level 5, the Vibe Coder. This might be the most transformative level of all. It literally means you can describe an app or a tool you want in plain English, and the AI will write the actual code for you. It's the ultimate equalizer. Building software isn't just for developers anymore. Anyone with a good idea can now be a builder.
And this isn't some far-off future. Check out this chart. Right now, today, 41% of all code being written is generated by AI. That is a staggering number. In fact, major startup accelerators are reporting that 95% of their new companies are building their products primarily with AI. This is already how things are being made.
And this slide just brilliantly shows how it all comes together. Imagine you want to build your own personal executive assistant. You'd use your level 1 prompting skills to define its personality and how it communicates. You'd use your level 2 knowledge to plug it into your calendar and email so it has context. With level 3, you could have it generate branded visuals for you. At level 4, you build an agent that proactively cleans up your inbox. And finally, with level 5, you could vibe code a custom dashboard to see everything at a glance. It's a complete, end-to-end solution, all built by one person.
Okay, now for the big question. How does all of this actually translate into money? Well, right now, there is a massive gap between what's possible with AI and what most people and businesses actually know how to do. And that gap, that's your opportunity.
So how can you cash in on this gap? You could build little automation agencies for small businesses, offer AI consulting, or create small software tools that solve one specific problem. But honestly, the highest paying opportunities right now are in those high-value integrations we talked about. Connecting a company's data to an AI, deploying voice agents for their customer service, and designing entire automated workflows. These are skills that basically didn't exist 3 years ago, and they are in huge demand.
This all leads to a final, really powerful idea about how you land these gigs. In this new economy, the traditional resume, it's becoming less and less important. What truly matters now is your proof of work, the actual collection of things you have built.
This statement just says it all. Your degree, your job history, it's all secondary now. Your portfolio of projects, the tools you've actually created, the systems you've automated, that is your new resume. It's tangible proof that you can deliver value. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. When a company is hiring, who do you really think they're going to choose? The person with a perfectly formatted paper resume, or the person who shows up and says, hey, I saw 3 problems you have, and I already built the tools to solve them? The answer is pretty obvious, right? The age of the builder is here. Thanks for watching.